or really I guess the true cross-body ride, they'll try to get this arm. But this guy pulls his arm forward a lot of times and I can't get that arm. See that position? If I was in this position right now, rather than go to here, my first move would be right here. Boom. Right down the mat. Now see, I've stopped a lot of the things that Brian would like to do to counter legs. Number one, I got him flat on the mat. Where's my weight, Brian? I'm right on him, baby. I'm leaning right on his ribs. I got a little bit in my elbow while I'm talking to you guys. But actually, I'm leaning right on him right now. In fact, his back is cracked. That's where you want your weight. Height, weight, position again. There it is. Doing this guy. Now, the mistakes that kids have tendency to do is when they grab the ankle, they'll pull it this way. Now where'd my weight go? Went off of it, didn't it? See? You don't want to pull it sideways. You want to take that ankle and you want to drive it right up his butt. You want to drive it right up this way. Boom. And drive him right forward. Boom. Here. Actually, the more the guy fights this, the tighter it gets to take him down the mat. See, in that position. If this guy's really tough, one of the toughest things for me to do is break him down. And this is a good way to break that guy down. So you're in your cross body. All we're going to do is grab the ankle and break that guy down the mat. Cross body, grab the ankle, break him down. Here we go. Ready, everybody? Let's face this way. We're all facing the same way. All right. So we're in here. We grab the ankle. We break him down in here. Our weight's right on top of him. Okay. Now I'm going to take my forearm and I'm going to put it right in the back of Brian's neck, right there. I'm going to let the leg go, and I'm going to high leg over to here. Now, where do you guys think my weight is? I am right on that, baby, and I'm featured right on the back of his neck. See his face? I mean, I'm doing nothing but talking to you guys. Look how he's grimacing underneath there. That's sharp right there. See? Sharp. Now we're going to work what we call reinforced or power half Nelson. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pretend this guy went out with your girlfriend while you were at wrestling camp. But he doesn't know, you know that he went out with your girlfriend. So you say, hey Brian, I want to show you this move. Brian says, sure, I'd like to learn those moves in order to camp. So you get old Brian down and you put the pressure on Brian's neck like this, and you come up underneath here and you want, look Brian, don't ever go out with her again. He says, I never will. I want to tell you, this is so damn tight. It's unbelievable. Look at this. And that's tight, isn't it, son? I mean, this guy wants to go home. I mean, the coach never told him it'd be like this out in that mat. And I don't care how many sit-ups he did or how far he ran last night or how much weight he cut. This guy is going to go. See this leg here? I've got this leg trapped. And he can't move that way, and I'm driving that way. See, he can't go. He's going, you got to be kidding me. Tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. I'm saying, I don't want you to do anything. I just want to hurt you because you went out with my girlfriend. Now you go to D-pad Nelson. There's your D-pad. You release that leg. High leg back. And he just wants to get out of here. He said, you got to be kidding. The key to this move is don't rush it. Any kind of a pinning combination. Take your time, turning, setting, and pinning. Yeah, sometimes the guy gets legs in right away, they try to rush legs. Man, this is a great time to put the old heat on this baby. And really put the pressure. It's not only a great pinning combination, it's a great ride. It's going to reinforce half Nelson or power half. Man, I tell you what, I think it's a fun little move. Kids say, I like to use my legs, coach, but I can never pin that guy to guillotine. I can never get him in a split. What do you recommend? This would be my move. Right on here. You bring him down flat on the mat. There he is. You got him where you want. Pressure the back of the neck. High leg over. He's not going to place, and then you start working. Oh. I'm telling you, old Brian's going to be taller, aren't you, Brian? Yep. And that time I even turn this leg this way a little bit in the back. So I've got that leg going that way, and I've got him up here. I'm telling you, this is one of the toughest moves. It's a good old tough move. The referee can't call you strong. You know, a lot of times you put legs in the right way and the referee says, do something. I'm doing something. No way you can ever call this baby. Release the leg. Just when you think your shoulder's about ready to break. High leg back. Turn him over. put it in. There's so much pressure there in that little move. You know, this is one of those moves that I think if you take this back and you work it, pretty soon another team member will work it. You know, the high school team where I help out with, where my son Russell was, they were 13-0 last year. They were 13-0-1 this year. And I would say just about every kid works this move right here. And they work it well. It's like that old thing, you know, you have one kid works the move real well, and pretty soon every kid in your team's doing it. It's the same way with this thing. It's catchy. When I was at West Point, I would say the move that turned our program around there at West Point the most is this move right here. Because I'll tell you, you're either going to turn it up or rip your shoulder out. You got a choice. I could take a lot of kids that weren't the quality of kids that are wrestling and teach them how to do this. And man, I'll tell you what, they turned a lot of good kids with it. And I look around and I see some of you really kind of bony, not real strong looking kids. The more bony this arm is right here, guess what happens to it? The tighter it is. You're putting that pressure right in the back of your neck. Right there. So if you're saying to me, hey, I'm not real strong, but I'm looking for a move that's going to help me, I think this is the move. I didn't strain at all that whole time. You got to remember, height, weight, position. I talk about that all the time. You know, when I'm coaching, I'm always talking about height, weight, position. I don't care if you're leg wrestling, if you're doing any kind of riding, you can't be laying on the mat. Because pretty soon you get reversed, you get put on your back, and you say, shoot, this is too much fun. But if you can remember that height, weight, position, and if you make a mistake, then you can pin them with something else. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to get a cross body, grab the ankle, break them down. Pressure on the back of the neck and high leg over. Now you go underneath that arm and your palm is up like this. So that I can push with my forearm like that. See? If you do it like this, see, I can't push it. There's no place for it to go. See this? It's this way. There's the heat. Now, what gives me the power on that reinforced half Nelson isn't my muscle here going like this, but I lean on it with all my weight. And that just jacks that guy's arm right up in the air. Now watch it one more time. We're here. We'll show you a couple mistakes some of you make. You get in here pretty good. You break the guy down like this. You plant your arm over here and high leg over. Where's my weight right now? Yeah, it's on a mat, isn't it? Yeah. See, my hands are on a mat. Remember, first thing is right here. Do it just like you don't like it. Now, I like to do little things that make kids remember. You know, he went out with my girlfriend. I'm going to teach him not to do it again. Hey, this would be a great one. You go home and your dad says, I bet you didn't learn anything at camp today. Say, come here, Dad. You get him down like this. Oh, Dad, how you doing? Oh, Dad. I want a bigger allowance and I want the car tonight. And I'll come in when I want to come in. If I want to get in time for school tomorrow, I will. If I don't, I'll sleep in. Is that okay to you? You got him right where you want him. You got that baby right where you want him. Give him a little, like that, you don't like him. Now, deep half Nelson. Now watch. Deep half, right up on top of him. Don't go like this. Just turn so move your head on. Don't go like this. Oh, Brian's going, boy, do I feel better already. Now I can get points here, but where's my weight? Yeah, it's on the mat. See, I don't want it down here. I want, Brian's, you know, he's thinking, hey, it's a lot better than what I had on before. I want to be right up here, top of him. Now notice, I lean on it. See the pressure? And also, I lean right out here in the elbow. See, look at that. I'm telling you, that's the beauty right there. You talk about a tight motor scooter. This is one of them. Actually, the more Brian fights this thing, what do you think happens to him? Okay, yes, that's what's really neat. So he tries to bring his arm down. Bring your arm down hard. All he's doing is hurting himself. I'm doing nothing but talking to you guys. This thing is so damn tight. How about Brian? See? Brian will never go out with my girlfriend again, will you, Brian? No. See? He likes it. High leg over. Man, I tell you, if you can just learn that move and learn that good, that'll turn your wrestling around. I really believe that. I just saw the Pennsylvania freestyle team getting ready to go to Iowa. The team that, you know, they Metro from Pennsylvania, they qualified to see who was Iowa. And the move on top they were doing is this move right here. I worked this with the Pennsylvania team. Spent a couple times in the session. I worked with the Penn State wrestling team, number 6 in the nation this year. I'm in there about every 2 weeks, and all they want me to do is show this move right here. Again, and again, and again, and again, because it's so damn good. You know, as you get to better wrestling, and you move up the scale, the districts and regions of state, the more you get up there, the more you get these guys are starting to muscle up pretty good. They've been knowledgeable, they're strong. you're not going to turn those babies with a half Nelson anymore. They're just too strong. They're too smart wrestlers. But I'll tell you, you give me some guys who are really good and strong and let me get in there and work that reinforced half, I'll have a great time with it. Because sometimes he's not too flexible. I've seen my son work this with this other bottom guy who's cried. Now, if he starts crying, you got to release it because the mother's going to yell and the referee's going to break it. It's called potentially dangerous. But just when you get that little feeling of, and turning, that's the time of turning. Don't turn him quick. Remember, that was your girlfriend while you were at camp. So you want to put a little heat on it. Here we go. Let's have a good time with it. Ready? Do it with me. If I would you guys with that move there. Reinforced half Nelson or power half. Rather than half, you use reinforcement something. I don't know if these coaches use this a lot or not, but these coaches see me show this down here. I mean, this guy's videotaping this stuff, not because he likes to videotape. He's videotaping, I think, because he likes what I show. Probably one of the best I was in another camp yesterday. I'm going to be another camp tomorrow. But probably the best compliment the guy paid me yesterday is after I was done. I spent about 3 hours with this group of kids. He said, the nice thing about what this guy shows is it works. I don't show you a lot of playing crap. You know, I coached in high school for 10 years. At 6 heavyweight state champs, or 6 state champs, 3 of them are heavyweights. They weren't leg guys, but they used a lot of this stuff. You big guys, boy, anytime a guy puts his head down on the mat, you can right out here. How many times have you seen a guy out on the mat? I'm behind 4-3, this guy flattens out, and they're like this, and they're trying to turn this guy, and they come out here and they try to go in there, hell, just go like this. Turn it. I win. That's right, every time. Remember I said that about every kid on the team uses reinforced half? Not every kid on the team was a leg man. But anytime you're wrestling a guy, and you start here and the guy flies out on the mat, and you can't turn him, I just come right up here. Just like that. Yeah. See what happened? See with this arm? I didn't tell him to do that. See what he did? He brought his arm up. I don't need a leg in here. It's like you're just playing around. Ball him upper body. You don't need to be a leg man to like do this stuff we're doing now. There it is. He's going. I just wanted to see. Anytime you get a big guy, or anytime any kid, lay spot in the mat, and you need points, come right out there and reinforce half. And this guy has got to try to get up, especially if you start giving a little bit of this to the back of his neck. That hurts. You start giving a little, that bone something like this. He'll start to come up, then you can turn it. Okay, now, let's say O'Brien knows that I like to do this move. Camp with me. And I get a leg in, O'Brien, and I break Brian down the mat. Here. Take him down, and I high leg over. You guys must be watching me. I lost eye contact there. Okay, now we can continue. Now, so, I'm down here, see, and Brian keeps his elbows in. See this? He's a bully. He won't let me underneath that arm. So I'm going to put the pressure in the back of his neck, just like we always do here, and turn him sideways. I was doing this one time, and the guy had his head this way. And I was like, yeah. Well, I didn't break his nose, but his nose started bleeding. And I didn't know it. When I look up there, everybody's looking at me, and everybody's real quiet. What's going on here? And I'm showing this movie, and the little blood was going, I come up with a great big pool of blood. That's how much pressure you have on this thing. You know, Brian probably doesn't appreciate it, but if I could have every one of them up there and demonstrate this thing, you'd learn a lot. Because you learn this whole height weight position right quick, like with Brian. Yep. Okay, so I pressure here. Brian keeps his elbow in. So I come underneath the elbow. See it like this? With this part of the hand right here. Not your thumb, because your thumb's not strong enough. Right in here. Just come underneath that and then slip it. Like in here. Okay? You grab his hand and you go like this. There's one for your mother. Hey, mother! Looks like a machine gun, doesn't it? Okay. Oh, I'm telling you, your mother will be mad as hell. You better run. You let her up, get going, baby, because she's going to catch you. But I want to tell you, look at that thing. He didn't have any power that one, see? He'll power right here to about here, and then it loses. When you first do it, the guy will fight it. Then you get him right to about here, and it goes, because you don't have any power this way. When's the last time you normalized like this? When you fly like that. You know? So you get the guy up. There you go. Now you got him. Now when you're ready, just release it. And this guy's over his toes and says, hey, you know, I really wanted to not turn, but I didn't have a choice. You get that guy's arm like that, and you start laying on the back of his neck. You talk about heat. There is so much pressure there. And think, that's what the guy's going to do. The guy's going to go like this. Problem. You come underneath and you drive that up, grab his hand. You can hold his hand too if you want to. You don't, I let it go there.